Good afternoon. Today we're going to eat baked fish. You can use any fish you like, either barramundi or snapper or whiting, W-H-I-T-I-N-G. Basically any fish will do, with or without skin, it doesn't matter. This particular fish is about half a kilogram to 1 kilogram. It doesn't have the skin on, but with the skin on is also fine. These are onions, but you don't need so many. You just basically need a few fingerfuls just to sprinkle on top of it. You can also use spring onions, one single spring onion cut. Both are fine. You can use a lemon, which should be thinly sliced, or you can simply put the whole lemon onto it. And I typically like to also squeeze half of a lemon and drizzle it on top. You'll need about 1 tablespoon of garlic. I typically like to use the paste instead of raw garlic. You need some extra virgin olive oil to drizzle on top of the fish. You obviously need salt and pepper. It's quite easy to cook. So we start off with aluminium foil on an ordinary baking dish. And we add the fish straight away into the aluminium foil. We're going to separate the pieces here. The next step is to add salt and pepper onto the fish. I've already sprinkled some pepper. You can see those little black dots on the fish. And now you can see me sprinkling some salt onto the fish. Both sides should be sprinkled with the salt. And you can definitely be generous with your usage of the salt on the fish. The next step is using some garlic on top of the fish. Again, you can be very liberal with the use of the garlic. Really helps it with the taste. All of you will have different thresholds for tolerance of garlic. For me, I like a lot of garlic in the fish. As you can see, there are no carbohydrates at all, so this too qualifies as paleo. That's some garlic I've added. The next step is sprinkling the onions. And as I mentioned earlier, you can either use spring onions, 1 or 2 spring onions which are cut into fine pieces, or you can use ordinary onions. These are ordinary onions which I'm using here. Both are fine. Just need a sprinkling of onions on top of it. Just to give it a little bit of hotness. Green onions can be used, even red onions can be used, or spring onions. Now, on top of all this, you'll have to add the olive oil. Need about 2 teaspoons of olive oil. Here's the olive oil being added to the fish. Again, quite a generous version. In paleo, you can feel free to add in as much oils as you like, because as I mentioned earlier in my other paleo recipes, the oil is what gets burnt up to use energy. It's a beautiful source of energy. It's actually the carbohydrates which causes the excess body weight gain, because excess carbohydrates gets deposited as fat in the body. Looks very colorful. So is the taste going to be. If you can color a taste, or if you can perceive a taste as color, that's how it's going to be. Now you can choose to cut the lemon into small slices, small thin slices, or you can just simply leave it there. I usually just like to just simply leave it there. It gets all the flavors onto the fish. And at this stage, we put this whole unit into an oven which is already ready and baked. So I'm going to show you my oven now. That's my oven, around 200 degrees centigrade, fan bake for about 25 minutes. In it goes. And after 25 minutes it'll be all ready and fully baked. This is 25 minutes into the baking, and you can see quite a lot of bubbling activity inside the oven of the fish. It's all ready to come out. You can even see some of the garlic which has melted and neatly blended along with the salt and pepper. And here is the finished product. I've taken the fish out of the oven. I'll make a close-up view now. You can see some of the garlic which has melted onto the fish. You can see the fish fully cooked, fully baked. On top of this you can sprinkle some of the lemon, which I'm doing now. See some of the lemon droplets coming onto the fish. And even some of the lemon which was inside in the oven will have also sent some of its flavors onto the fish. And now it's ready to eat. Please dig in and enjoy baked fish. This one's Barramundi. Thank you for your kind attention. Happy cooking.